All right, let's talk about one of those headaches that we all face at some point. Problems with locks and keys. If you live in or around Dulwich, consider this your ultimate toolkit for getting back in your house, getting a spare key made, or even just beefing up your security. Let's get right into it.
We've all been there, right? That horrible sinking feeling when you pat your pockets, rummage through your bag, and nope, nothing. You're locked out. Or maybe it's less dramatic. You just realize you need a spare and have no idea where to even start.
Okay, first things first, don't panic. Seriously, for pretty much every key-related issue you can imagine in Dulwich, there's a simple, local fix. We're going to walk through every single scenario, from the frantic emergencies to the everyday stuff, so you know exactly who to call and where to go.
So let's start with the most stressful situation you can be in. It's late, you're locked out, and you need help right now. This is your first line of defense, your emergency button. When you're in a jam and time is absolutely critical, the go-to name in the Dulwich area is Locksmith for London. They're built for this stuff. 24/7 emergency calls are their specialty, so it doesn't matter if it's 2 p.m. or 2 a.m.
And here's the part that really matters. How fast can they get to you? They promise to be there within 20 minutes. Now, think about that. When you're stuck outside, every minute feels like an eternity. A 20-minute arrival time is, honestly, a lifesaver.
Of course, the next question is always, what's this going to cost me? Well, what's great here is the transparency. Prices start at just £29 and, this is a big one, they have no call-out fee. So you're not getting hit with a surprise charge just for having them show up. So why should you trust them? It really comes down to 3 key things. First, they've been doing this for over 15 years. That's a ton of experience. Second, every single technician is fully certified and DBS checked, which gives you total peace of mind. And finally, all their work and parts come with a 1-year guarantee. These are the credentials you want to see. Okay, let's shift gears from that high-stress emergency stuff to a much more common everyday task, just getting a spare key made. Where do you go for a simple key copy?
You've got 2 really solid local choices. First up is Dulwich Cobblers over on Railton Road. It's a classic, reliable spot where you can get it done while you wait. The other super convenient option is the Timson, which is right inside the Sainsbury's on Dog Kennel Hill. Either one is perfect for grabbing a quick, no-fuss copy while you're out running errands.
Now let's dive into a very specific and often very frustrating problem: car keys. You know, with all the modern fobs and programming, they can seem like a total nightmare to replace. But don't worry, there are dedicated solutions for this in Dulwich too. And just like your house keys, you've got a couple of great options. The best one for you is really going to depend on your situation. Are you planning ahead to get a spare, or are you completely stranded right now?
So your first stop can be our friend Timson again. They handle a huge range of car makes and models, and they can do the cutting and the electronic programming right there in the store.
And how does it work? It's actually really simple. You just hop on their website and use the Car Key Finders tool to make sure they can work with your car. If it's a yes, you just head to the store, and a lot of the time, you can walk out with a brand new, fully programmed key on the very same day. But what if you can't get to the store? I mean, what if you've lost your only key and your car is just stuck? Well, that's where your second option, Keys for Cars, is an absolute game changer. They're a mobile service, which means they come right to you and sort everything out on the spot. So when you put them side by side, the choice is pretty clear. Timson is perfect if you're planning ahead and can easily get to the store. Keys for Cars is your hero when you're stranded, busy, or just can't make the trip. All right, we've handled getting back in and getting spares. But let's switch from being reactive to being proactive. What if you want to upgrade your home security yourself? Where in Dulwich can you actually buy new locks? You've got 2 main hardware hubs right on Lordship Lane. There's Tool Station, which has a massive range of locks, cylinders, and all the door hardware a serious DIYer could want. And then a bit further down, you have Dulwich Decorating and DIY, which also has a great selection of locks and ironmongery. Both are fantastic local spots for taking security into your own hands. Okay, let's do a quick recap. Here is your complete Dulwich toolkit, all in one place. For emergencies, you're calling Locksmith for London. For spare house keys, you're heading to Dulwich Cobblers or Timson. For car keys, you're choosing between Timson in store or the mobile convenience of Keys for Cars. And for any DIY lock upgrades, you're off to Tool Station or Dulwich Decorating. Simple as that. And there you have it. You are now officially prepared. You've got the local knowledge to handle any lock or key situation that Dulwich can throw at you. No more guessing, no more panic, just a clear, simple plan.
So, we'll leave you with just one last thought to chew on. We spend so much time and energy thinking about the keys themselves, the locks, the physical metal. But it's worth taking a second to ask yourself, when was the last time you really thought about the value of everything that's on the other side of that door? Thanks for tuning in.